Hello everyone, Ash here, and it's time for the first Sailor Moon wrap-up. What these are going to be is every time I finish an arc on the manga, I'm going to do a wrap-up of comparing how the manga and the anime were, and I'm just going to call it a wrap-up. Why not? I figured. Anyways, so as we know, we just finished up the... I don't even remember the name of this arc. I can never remember the names of these arcs, but... I guess the appropriate name would be Death Phantom Arc. I'm going to call it the Death Phantom Arc. And it was an amazing arc. I'm going to butcher her name. Nuki Tokanisha. I swear to God, I butcher her name every time. Did an amazing job writing it and animating it. My God, the illustrations are just gorgeous on that arc. You really need to read it, the manga, to just see how the beauty of what she's putting on there. How gorgeous everything looks. That's one thing she's so damn good at, but as well as just making an incredible story. I mean, she really is an amazing, amazing manga writer. Really, she is. But how does the anime hold up next to its manga counterpart for this arc, anyways? Well, first and foremost, in the anime, there is a filler arc. Yes, right before we get to Death Phantom Arc, there is an actual filler arc about a tree. Basically, these two kids are taking care of this big, massive tree, and they're aliens, and they believe they need energy in order to save the tree. And eventually finds out that the tree actually doesn't need negative energy, it needs positive energy, and the kids have been doing it the wrong way, and so on and so forth. And eventually Sailor Moon destroys the tree to destroy the negative energies in it, and then all the two kids and the new sprout of the tree leave or something of that nature. I don't remember too much about it, but that's the basic story of it. For a filler arc, it's fair, it's fine, it's a filler arc, I'm not expecting much, it's just there to kill time before we get to the actual story. So, honest truth, it's an okay filler arc, nothing special about it, but yeah. But as it's a filler arc, so it wasn't in the manga. So we have that. But anyways, now we get to the real meat and bones. How do the Death Phantom arc in the manga and anime how different are they? Well, first and foremost, they're very different. The anime is not nearly as dark, and you'll see a lot of times where it's very light-hearted and almost to a sense it does not want to get to that darker level. It doesn't really want to take it to that next level of darkness the manga did. However, there's a lot of stuff in the anime that I really did not like. Even with the new dub, I'm still going to be irritable with some of this stuff they did. Like, for instance, in the anime, Mamoru-chan breaks up with Usagi. The reasoning is his future self said that they needed to break up so they can make their love even stronger, which makes no sense. Why would you need to break up? Wouldn't it be more common sense for his future self to say, you need to be closer to Usagi, get closer to her than ever? In fact, that's what they should have done. They should have made Mamoru-chan in the anime very clingy to Usagi to points because of these dreams. So yeah, I just didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense of, in order to protect the future, you two had to break you up to prove how strong your love was. Isn't that just doing things backward? What if we had actually just not fallen in love after we'd broken up? What if we had actually met other people? Did you think that was a possibility? Well, no, your love is eternal. Yeah, but what if we have met other people? That's a possibility. Well, we didn't. Well, look, who's the king? Who's the king of this future? Me. Yeah, that's gonna be me in the future. What was that texting me? Nothing. So yeah, that's a very boneheaded move, and I didn't really like that. Another thing was, and this was something that was very was Chibiusa. I'm not gonna get too much into her now because when we get to the wrap-ups, let's just say I'm really gonna focus on her a lot more in the anime and why I just can't stand her. But here in this arc, Chibiusa, the problem is when she becomes Black Lady, In the manga, it's done extremely well, as her for a lot of her life, she's been tormented and hated on because a lot of people said that she wasn't the actual princess. She was just the the adopted daughter, and they were making fun of her, and she felt like no one loved her, no one cared about her. And it worked really well. It was very strong in the manga, and you really got to see it. In the anime, it's done very backwards, I want to say. Basically, Wise Man shows her images, one of them of how no one came to her birthday, which... Okay, fine, you can have that one as being, yes, I can somewhat see, but still, it's like, really... No one came to your birthday, you're gonna try to use that crap. And somehow Chibiusa has short-term memory because she did have all of them come to her birthday, and it's kind of a mess. But the real irritation with that is the reason she becomes Black Lady is because Neo Queen Serenity and King Edmund will not help her up when she fell. That's the reasoning right there. She became Black Lady. I'm not kidding you. She literally falls down and says, "Can you guys, Mommy, Daddy, can you help me up?" And Neo Queen Serenity says, "You know, dear, we spoil her way too much." And then you hear King Edmund going, "Try to get up for yourself." And suddenly that gets her saying, "Oh my god, they don't really love me. I'm gonna be Black Lady now to show those assholes." Okay. Yeah, it's really badly written. It really is. I mean, that whole thing is so stupid, the way they set that up. Of her becoming Black Lady in the anime was just so badly done. So there's that. Now, we get to another thing. It's about Crystal Tokyo. In the manga, the reason why it's 1,000 years into the future is because the power of the legendary silver crystal. It's literally stopped the aging process of everyone on the planet. That's how powerful it is. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense because the crystal truly is powerful. It is very powerful. That was changed in the anime for reasons I can't fathom. They changed the whole fucking thing around to say a massive crystal shower hit the planet and everyone was frozen in sleep. I can't make that up. That's actually what happened. And yeah, so it's now not the power of the legendary silver crystal. It's a bunch of crystals rained down, froze everyone, and then Sailor Moon woke up 1,000 years later. I don't know why it took her 1,000 years to wake up from this, but yeah, it took her 1,000 years, and she frees everyone. It just doesn't make any... it just answer your reason why it doesn't make sense, because it really doesn't. So yeah, that is a problem there. Another problem is, well, in the manga, as you all know, the fight is, for the most part, in the beginning it's in the past. It's in the where the Sailor Moon and the Sailor Guardians are. It's in the past. It starts off in the past, but it moves to the future. It moves into the future where they have a massive fight in the future. And so, yeah, it works really well with the way that was all set up and structured in the manga. In the anime, it starts off with them fighting in the past, going to the future, then leaving the future and coming back to the past, and finishing off in the past with a giant crystal. I'm not kidding, the thing was the size of a fucking building sticking out of the ground, and I don't remember seeing any army, military, or cops near it. So yeah, that part is just really, that whole situation was really badly written, and it just doesn't work. Not anywhere near the level of the manga. So there was that problem. And I'm trying to think of, before I get to the other parts I want to bring up, but there's anything else I want to say. Oh, Diana isn't in the anime. She's not in this arc. So Diana's not in it. Chibiusa doesn't transform into Sailor Mini Moon in this arc. She does turn into looking like a little like Neo Queen Serenity, but she doesn't become Sailor Mini Moon in this arc. So that was another fuck up right there. Is that she's not in it. So yeah, there's that. There's all those are the things right there, and now we get to where the biggest issues of all come in for the anime. The first thing is that in the manga, all the Sailor Uranus, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter all get captured in the anime, and it's only 2 episodes long. I'm not kidding you. It's only 2 episodes long. It's in the past. And it's done, believed, by Sapphire. Sapphire captures all 4 Guardians, and Sailor Moon has to go up to save them. And it was just like, it didn't have the same effect it does in the manga. It really doesn't. So there's that. And what else? Oh yeah, Prince Diamond and his brother. They're gonna get something that's gonna start becoming a very, very nasty habit in Sailor Moon. The anime, not the manga. The anime's got this problem. People aren't evil in the Sailor Moon anime. No. They're just possessed by an evil force. They're not. They're just possessed by an evil force that is controlling them. And they're really good inside. And here it's not as bad, but later on you're gonna see it in the anime, what the bullshit factor comes into play, which really pisses me off. But in this one, Prince Diamond and his brother, in the manga, they're completely out of their fucking minds. In the anime, oh god, they try to treat them like they're innocent victims in all this. That's the thing with the anime. They tried to make them out to be these innocent little victims when, no, they weren't innocent. They did some fucked up shit. In the manga, they addressed that. In the anime, oh, they give him a hero's death. They give Prince Diamond a hero's death, which is bullshit, if you ask me. I didn't like that. But the biggest bullshit of all, well, there's 2 more things, and the final thing I'm going to bring up is the one thing that really pissed me off about the anime, because in the manga it was so cool they did it, but the anime they didn't do it. And the other thing, death. See, in the Sailor Moon anime, death becomes something that doesn't exist once we start getting into these arcs. Except for the main villains, death really doesn't exist. The heroes don't really kill anyone unless they're your random villain of the week. They don't kill anyone, so they want to save them. Because in the anime, in the manga, the 4 sisters all died. In the anime, they were all saved. And you know they were in the beginning of the manga and they're beginning of the anime. Yeah, Sailor Moon saves them. Give me a fucking break. It gets really annoying because it's like, oh wait, they're not bad people. They're just under an evil spell. Oh, shut up. I hate when they use that cop-out, and Sailor Moon anime does that a lot. And trust me, they're going to be using that cop-out a lot in the Sailor Moon anime of, they're not bad, they're just under an evil spell. Oh, when we get to the next one, the next wrap-up with the professor, I'm going to be ranting about that, but, and anyways, the last thing. In the manga, Sailor Moon meets Neo Queen Serenity. And I love that. I love the fact they actually get to meet one time. It's Usagi meeting her future self, and it's a really cool scene to see. It doesn't happen in the anime. Yeah, it does not happen. So yeah, that's bullshit, as far as I'm concerned. I would love to have seen them meet, but anyways, that's pretty much it for this wrap-up. I loved this arc, and I cannot wait for the next arc. And anyways, you guys, this is Ash saying so long. I'm out. Good night.